Hello guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the garage, welcome back to the second gen cab mount replacement, and also sorry for all the noise. Got the heater going over in the corner of the garage trying to warm things up. Had the garage doors open all day, and anyway, just trying to warm things up before we really get to work. So today we're gonna finish our cab mount replacement on the second gen. That is the main goal. We are getting rid of all this crap and then installing our new panel from Body Shop Price. I already have our weld through primer and all on that, but before we can do that, we have a couple little rust issues that we have to take care of. We have a hole right here and a hole right here underneath our parking brake cable, so we're going to cut those out, weld those up. We also have a little hole right here that we need to take care of, so we need to take care of all that, and then our cab mounts will be good to go. The truck will be safe once again. Those mounts just, well, the driver's side was doing a little bit, but the passenger side, it wasn't doing anything. So get those all replaced. We do have some other rust issues with the cab corners and the rockers, but that's all stuff I'm gonna take care of at a later date. I wanted to get these cab mounts done just because, like I said, thought it was a bit of a safety issue. The rockers we will do eventually, but those will require paint, or we'll have to, you know, put your comments down below what you think we should do. I am looking for a bed for the truck to that, you know, that way we can kind of match this color. This is a red granite pearl, which actually, I know it looks like a common color, but there's a red granite pearl and a red granite metallic. So the paint code for this truck is PRF, or at least for the cab. So I'm trying to find a similar color. Now, that being said, if you see the color difference here between the cab and the door might be the metallic and the cab itself, the pearl. I'm not really sure, but with the age of everything, maybe they've kind of blended in together. Because if you notice here, Cummins turbo diesel. Well, yeah, it kind of looks all normal, but when you come to the passenger side, you see 24 valve turbo diesel. So the door on this truck, I believe, is actually out of a 12 valve truck. That's why the emblem's different. That's why the paint doesn't seem to have faded evenly. So if I can find either of those in a bed for this truck, that's what I'm gonna try and do. But eventually when we do that, and we do our rocker, and we do our cab corner, do we just kind of make this thing a two-tone, and then from this body line here down, make it like a black or something like that? Or do we just take it to our boys at Peach Bottom Auto Body and get that all color matched and all that? I don't know, I haven't decided. Trying to figure that all out. That's one reason we're not going to tackle that, because if we do replace the rocker and the cab corner, and I'm going to try and do it myself, but I'm just, you know, we're going to have to cut and weld the cab here, and thin sheet metal is not really my cup of tea when it comes to welding, so we might just get everything cut, ready to go, and then let the professionals take over. We'll see. It's kind of the plan with 24 valve, is more of try and do stuff that I haven't done, like this mount. So maybe we'll just try and do it all ourselves, but make sure wherever we cut this, we do it so that if we do screw it up, we'll have plenty of room to have it done correctly. So anyway, enough rambling at the beginning of the video here. Let's get our patches made and patch the floor, and then we can get our new mount installed on the truck. Alright, so I ended up welding them up in the cab for the simple fact of laying underneath of it and MIG welding. So once I did some tacks underneath this insulation stuff, this sound deadener, whatever it is, actually came up really easily. So got all of our patches in here, you know, our 3 little spots up here, our 2 patch panels, that's all done. Got everything all painted up, got some of that weld through primer on there, so now we just got to let all that dry, and then we will be ready to stick our mount in and fit it all up. What I'm going to do is actually fit it up, then I will drill the holes for these spots where we didn't go through the cab and in. So I'll drill those after I fit it up, just see where everything's at and see if we have the same problem we had on the passenger side, because if you guys remember, we had a little bit of a gap here. Also, I'm not going to address this rust hole right now, because when we pull the rocker off, then we'll attack that. That way I can do it from the outside in rather than laying underneath the truck. So we'll kick the heater back on and let this all dry, and welding away we will go. All right, so our wheel well liner's back in, tire on, we're back on the ground. Interior is back together, got all our spot welds done in here. Threw a coat of paint on them and then slapped everything back together. Underneath the truck, we got our mount in. I threw a quick coat of paint on it because I had to do the same thing as the passenger side, kind of get these spot welds here in and then beat this part down and all around just to get it to conform to the body. I also beat the floor down in some spots just to, get everything to work. Now, on the bottom here, what I ended up doing was up in this corner, I cut like 3/8 to a 1/2 inch out of it, and I still really couldn't get these things against the panel the way they should be. But then when I beat this one in, I remembered this is that inner rocker that I plan on fixing when we do the outer rocker, just so we don't, so we're not laying under the truck welding. So I didn't weld any of these 3 tabs in for that reason. So when we do the rocker, we will then, patch that and then spot weld through it, or, we'll come back to this side, clean it up, whatever. It really doesn't matter. Got spot welds on this one and all the way around the mount. Everything's good to go. Got our bolt and all that back in. Here up front and in the back, so this is job done. Happy with the result. I mean, this kind of sucks that these things don't made up to the panel the way they should, but oh well, it's not a big deal. Like we did before, we just welded the edge, but we'll come back to that when we do this rocker panel, because obviously these things are trash due to the salt and all that. So other than a few spot welds there on that inner rocker panel, this job's done. The truck can go back outside until we find something else we need to do to it. I do have other plans for this thing, but I gotta, kind of work out and source some parts and all that. So anyway, the second gen's coming along. We got those cab mounts done. Definitely a necessity, something we needed to do. I knew they were shot when we bought the truck. That's just another thing off the list. So this thing's coming along. Put down the comments what you think we should do to the truck, other than getting a bed that matches it. Just put it down in the comments what you want to do. I already kind of have a game plan for it, but I'm just curious what you guys are thinking. Should definitely get some wheels and tires for it at some point as well. These old steel wheels, and for whatever, kind of aggressive for a 2-wheel drive truck, especially on the front and the rear. I'm not really sure why somebody did that. Those look like tires that should be on a 4-wheel drive. So anyway, guys, I'm kind of rambling. I'm going to finish cleaning up the garage, and that'll be it. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're liking the second gen content. We got more of that coming. We're probably going to transition back to working on the drag truck, as we do have some parts for that. One of which is back here in the bed of the second gen that we have to install in that, and also get our sled pulling setup from the guys at the Diesel Shop New York. The sled pulling setup that we got from the guys at Diesel Shop New York. We need to fabricate some stuff, get that installed on a drag truck, and I really can't wait to see that thing with those 35s on it. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed. Please like the video, subscribe down below. Catch you guys on the next one. Get out in your garage, get the wrenching on your truck.